Good evening and welcome from the Owl's Nest here at Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. Lacrosse Fire TV presents this lacrosse matchup between the 21st ranked Linden University of Belleville Lynx and the 5th ranked Kennesaw State Owls. So hello again and thank you for joining us. I'm John Morgo alongside Bruce Oswald. We're going to bring you this excellent lacrosse game here today between two teams featured highly in the NALC. And Coach and Bruce, we should have a real good one here today.
This should be a good one. Two highly ranked teams, and Lindenwood came in from a long distance away, but it should be a great matchup.
Well, let's run through our coaches for today's ball game. First up for Kennesaw State, headman is Tyler Yelkin. He's got a 35-20 record as headman of the Kennesaw State Owls. Been building this program up, and you see Coach Yelkin there. He's doing pretty much everything here, including picking up the loose balls on the field before we start today's ball game between these two squads. And the headman for Lindenwood of Bellevue is Dan Mertzloff. He's got a similar record, 31-25. Head coach of the Lynx as the teams get off the field, ready to get this game going. Heavy overcast clouds here today in the metro Atlanta area. Game time temperature is 70 degrees. Let's talk a little bit about the team records. First up for Kennesaw State, they are 8-1 on the year. Again, they are 2-0 in their division. The only loss is a tally against North Dakota State, 15-10 is the score on that one, but they've been perfect otherwise. 5th in the nation. For the Lynx, they have a record of 5-3. They come to us from the Great Rivers Lacrosse Conference, and they are 5-3 in their league. They are located about an hour east of St. Louis in Belleville, Illinois. And Bruce, as you can see, there is the records and the results from Lindenwood, losing to Dayton and Savannah State, victories over St. Ambrose, Missouri State, and Florida Gulf Coast, and a big victory over St. Mary's. Now let's talk a little bit about the key players for today's ball game, players you're going to want to pay attention to. First up for the Owls, they've got a trio of really good players for them, and it's Tyler Matthews, number 2 from Marietta and Kell High School. Number 28, Cody Clark, is an attacker from Woodstock in Canton, Georgia. And number 21, Edward Thorne from Milton High School via Evansville, Indiana. And it's Thorne who has 50 points on the season, Clark with 49. And Tyler Matthews also has 49, so they're going to be the 3 big attackers. For Lindenwood, they're led by number 1, Cody Trella, a senior, 5'10", from Chandler, Arizona. Also helped out by number 9, Niall Sear, and number 10, Brian Boss. Their numbers on the season: Boss has 20 points, Sear with 8, and finally Cody Trella, who is their big attacker, with 47 on the season. So, Bruce, what do you think about these players that we're going to be watching today?
It looks like Kennesaw is going to be led by their attack, strong at the attack position, and it looks like the Lindenwood team is kind of split evenly on offense with attackers and midfielders.
And we'll take a quick timeout for the national anthem.
This Lacrosse Fire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joe for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring it to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
welcome back. We're moments away from starting this contest between the Kennesaw State Owls and the Lynx of Lindenwood University Belleville here on Lacrosse Fire TV. John Morgo, Bruce Oswald here at the Owl's Nest right here in Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia, a little northwest of the metro area. Again, we got heavy cloud cover, but I see a little clear spot over on the other side, a little bit to our right, so hopefully we'll be able to get this game in without too many pyrotechnics. And Bruce, we've got pretty perfect weather here today to play lacrosse.
Yeah, it's great in Atlanta when you get 70-degree weather. Looks like the storms are going to stay south of the city, and this should be good, not too much heat and not too cold.
Yep, just perfect all-around conditions for us here today. And Kennesaw State, Bruce, is ranked fifth in the nation in the nation with that 8-1 record. What do you think has been their strength of the season?
So, like I mentioned, their attack is one of their strong spots. They do have a strong defense with a couple of guys, local Atlanta guys, Trey Coons and John DeFrank, both from Pope High School. And Kennesaw is actually heavily a Georgia team, 32 players on their 35-man roster, all from the Atlanta area.
And conversely, for Lindenwood of Bellevue, they had to make the trip from the St. Louis area. We saw their bus pull in maybe an hour before game time. What do you think is going to be Coach Mertzleff's strategy against Kennesaw State?
So I think they're going to have to play strong D on that attack we've been talking about. Control face-offs. They do have a strong face-off guy, Gabriel Suarez, number 11, facing off at 58% on the year. If they can control the face-off X and get extra possessions, that'll be big for the Lynx.
Well, teams are lining up. You see the Kennesaw State starters directly across from our broadcast position. Players we've been talking about for Kennesaw State. However, Connor Hansen looks like he's going to be starting off in goal. He's going to meet with his counterpart at the goal position. That's going to be number 8, Andrew Kuckmuller. So they go back to their position. Kuckmuller's a senior from Christian Brothers College over in St. Louis, while Hansen is just up the road from Alatoona High School in the Kennesaw area. He's listed as a junior. Kennesaw State will be attacking from left to right across your monitor here in the first half of action. They put 15 minutes on the clock, and we are about ready to go here from Kennesaw State University. The game shown exclusively right here on Lacrosse Fire TV. Thank you very much for joining us. John Morgan, Bruce Oswald, we're ready. They get set to start this match up. Referee checking positions. Now he backs away, and we are underway. Ball rolls into the Lindenwood defensive area, and looks like Kennesaw is going to be able to pick that one up. And coming to the near side, that is that's number 20. That's Hunter Neely. Neely still with control over to the back end. Unfortunately, got bobbled by one of the players we were going to watch, Edward Thorne, and it'll be Lindenwood's attack. So they're going to immediately go to Kuckmuller. Kuckmuller will flip it over to Lucas Hartman, number 3, and Hartman's going to race it up past the defense, go diagonally over to the far side. He makes the turn, cuts across, almost tried to get across half court. Now he does. He lost it for a second, but gets it back now before he goes down. Ball is loose, and it looks like Kennesaw is going to come away with it.
That's a good background ball by Max Keaton.
Max Keaton, sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia, Rhodes College. He puts it in. There's Thorne. Thorne trying to get a shot off, but he's double teamed. The referees will stop play. Edward Thorne, senior from Milton High School, so one of those local products you mentioned. However, he lists his hometown as Evansville, Indiana.
So it looks like the Owls are going man up. I think they caught a 30-second push on the Lynx, and it's going to be the Owls extra man.
Thorne with 28 goals and 22 assists on the season. Now, Kennesaw State being a little deliberate in their attack. Thorne to the near side for number 8, Brandon Hall. Back to Hall. Over to the far side, looking for Jay DeBole. Now coming in, this could be the first shot. It's the first shot in the goal. And that goal by number 28, Cody Clark.
So the Owls started out in a 3-3 set and that man up, and they ran that into a 1-3-2 and ran the wheel. Ball got loose. Clark picked it up and put it in the upper right corner.
So 1-0 favor of Kennesaw State, 13:42 on the clock here in the first. That man, Cody Clark, again, one of those players to watch at the start of this ball game. And that is Cody's 39th goal on the season with 11 assists. And the ball will immediately roll into the Lindenwood offensive area before it comes back the other way. And that is going to be number 24, Matt Weir with it. Weir goes into the corner, guarded by Tanner Duffy, number 61. And it looks like we're going to have a throw-in on that back edge.
Kennesaw switching their OSM out for a shorty.
Now coming inside into the near side, that's number 1. That is Damian Prosser. Prosser tries to flip in the back to Matthews. Matthews swings it out. Looks like another wheel play is going on. That's Adam Stanowitz, number 12. Stanowitz wheels. Nothing doing in there, so he's got to back it out. Inside, they go into that. That's Matthews again. They're just working it around the goal mouth, looking for some sort of open area. Has Thorne with it over on that far side. And he's going to have to throw it back in.
Thorne's looking to dodge from that corner.
Here comes Thorne. He left it down. The ball's loose. Now goes back into that corner area before picked up by Andrew Vance, number 18. And time is called.
That's going to be a loose ball push on the Owls. Lynx ball.
So first foul on Kennesaw State. They're up 1-0. 12:19 remaining in the first. And Lindenwood's going to set up on the attack. That's Robert Lacker into the corner. Finds Trella. Cody Trella, their best player from Chandler, Arizona, Phoenix area. There's Zach Cagle, number 4, over to Lacker. Lacker in the midfield area. Goes to the other side, puts it into number 10, that's Boss, Brian Boss, into the back edge for Trella. Trella tries to put a shot on, it's no good, goes to the left side and will roll out of bounds.
That's going to be Kennesaw ball. Al's goalie beat him to the spot, and they're on the clear.
So Kennesaw State will now get the attack going. We got 11:34 remaining here in the first.
There's the turnover by the Owls.
Now they got it. They get it back now, spinning out of that. That was number 22. Now he gets it over to Grayson West, number 7. There's a nice pass to Matthews.
Oh, that's
Stone.
a nice save.
Yeah, good save there by Kunkmuller.
Owls had a fast break there, 3 passes, textbook, and a great save on a head fake and low shot.
So it'll be Kunkmuller now, trying to get his defense to move the ball up to Lacker. Robert Lacker, number 91 from Ozark, Missouri. And he's going to come all the way in. Still has it, now backpedals a little bit on that far side. Tries to pass it, he gets it over to Trella. Trella will go immediately, now to the back edge for Boss. Boss swings it out for Riley Yoder, number 2. Senior from Dayton, Ohio, Centerville High School. Let's see, slipped. There's a slip there, and Niall Sear couldn't get a good shot off because he slipped. Turns the ball over to Hayden Armistead, number 6. Now that's a nice cross pass by Trey Coons. You talked about him earlier. We have 10:13 left here in the first. 1-0. Kennesaw State with an early goal by Cody Clark.
Clark's got the ball back at X now.
There he is. Picked up his 39th goal just a little bit earlier. Finds Matthews. Matthews is going to sit on it for a little bit, let Kennesaw State get their offense in gear. Armistead's going to come out. Now he's replaced by West. Tyler Yelkin doing a lot of substitution here in the early onset of this one. Matthews picks it up, now throws it out to the midfielder. That's Jay DeBoll. DeBoll to the near side for West. Grayson West Puts a high bounce on the shot. Oh, that's a nice save by Kochmuller as that ball's kind of rocketed up on him. Racing west from Johns Creek, Georgia, Chattahoochee High School. Here's Cagle. Gets bumped off by Thorne. Now Cagle's going to switch the point, try to go to the other side. Cagle.
Good ride by the Owls. He may not get across in time.
No,
Loose ball.
He got blocked hard by Thorne, but now that ball's rocketing into the Owls' defensive area where it's picked up by Coons. Stolen back. Oh, there's a foul that's going to come out. Look out for that hacky sack. See if they stop play, unable to get a shot off is number 18, Andrew Vance. Now they'll finally stop play.
So on that loose ball situation with the flag down in college, the opposing team has to possess the ball before the whistle blows.
So kind of like what they do in hockey.
Yep, so it took about 10 seconds there. Lynx almost had 2 shot opportunities, but the Owls finally came up with the ball. Now Lynx is going man up. And I think that was a slash. That's a 1-minute penalty if that was a slash.
Well, I don't see a penalty box in lacrosse. But Lindenwood will have the advantage here. Miss Trello with it. Trello finds Lacker. Lacker over to number 3. That's Lucas Hartman from St. Louis. Another slip by Yoder. I've seen a lot of slips by Lindenwood.
This is fairly new turf. They may need to check their shoes at the quarter. Longer cleats.
Possibly. Again, it's not, this artificial turf surface can hold its water pretty well and gets rid of it. And Lindenwood just cannot seem to find an open shot. They go to Trella.
Owls are now even.
Yeah,
penalty's over.
7:45 remaining. And Lindenwood's got to regroup back there as Lacker and Yoder toss it back and forth.
So Lindenwood moved that. There was only a 30-second penalty, so it must have been a push. And they get no shots on that man-up advantage, but are still possessing the ball here even.
It's going to be Yoder and Hartman in the back edge on the offensive area. Again, Yoder has 6 points this season, 3 goals, 3 assists. That's number 26, Cody Fincher. There's a shot from Yoder. Too strong, though, out of bounds.
Stays Lynx ball. There's a high bouncer over the top.
We have 7:10 remaining in the first. 1-0 favor of the Kennesaw State Owls, 5th-ranked team in the league. Here's Hartman. Hartman over to number 10, Boss. Oh, nice steal on the back edge by number 27, John DeFrank. Now Kennesaw State racing up the court. There's the pitch and the goal by number 28, Cody Clark. 2 goals for Cody Clark. That one comes at 6:45.
So we mentioned DeFrank in the opening. He went over the attackman's head out there at the restraining line, knocked the ball loose, picked up the ground ball, and went coast to coast, leading the fast break. Hit Clark, and Clark faked it low and shot it into the lower corner for the goal.
That's 2 goals already for Cody Clark. He's got 40 in 9 matches. And that is by far and away the most on this Kennesaw State team. Figure the next person in that category is Thorne with 28, and Matthews has 27. Now Lindenwood down 2-1. They got to get something going here, else they're going to get blown out in this one. And that ball's going to roll on out, and it'll give Kennesaw State the possession.
So Suarez won the faceoff, which I think he's 2-1 now on the day, and they're going to need that advantage to get those extra possessions with the Owls looking like they may be the stronger team.
Well, they've proved it in the first 8.5 minutes of this one. Now it's Lindenwood with the possession. That is Luke Hankey, number 6 from St. Louis, Lindbergh High School. Puts it into the corner for Boss, who's from O'Fallon Township in the Shiloh, Illinois area. Back out to Cagle, who's from California, Lakeside, California, El Capitan High School.
It's interesting that we mentioned most of the Kennesaw teams from Georgia, but the Lindenwood team is really got a good mix of guys from 7-8 states, including the West, like you mentioned.
A couple California kids, kids from Arizona. Lacker has it knocked off.
It's a good check.
And I think that's John DeFrank picking it up. No, it's not. It's number 17. That's Cooper Lyon from Cumming.
Lyon with the ground ball, and Cody's got it. Owls are back on offense.
Kennesaw State with the attack. Now a nice pass to Matthews, and that's a goal. Got it into Matthews. Tyler Matthews picks one up. And that makes it 3-0 with 5:41 to go.
So that was a defensive breakdown by Lindenwood. They left Matthews wide open. Number 12, Stanowitz, fed him on the wing, and then bounce shot for the goal.
So 5:41 remaining, 3-0 as Kennesaw State goes a minute 4 between goals. Now let's see who wins this face-off. The Lynx from Lindenwood down by 3. They got to get something. Unless they want to stay in this contest. And coming in, the ball's going to come in the back edge. Is Lindenwood going to win the fight? No, does not look like it.
Again, Suarez controlled the draw, but they missed the ground ball. And the Owls came on offense, got a shot, but now the Lynx have possession and are looking to clear.
That was Hayden Armstead, number 6. He was able to pick it up. Now that's number 15, Corey Marquard, another St. Louis product. He'll get it into the offensive area for Yoder. And that's going to be Hartman over to Sear, to Boss in the back. Nice passing, very authoritative. Rolling around is Trella. Hartman, they're just doing a little circular action here, just going around, looking until they find some sort of way inside the Kennesaw State defensive zone. And Lacker going to push it back. Looks like they're going to take the little air out of the ball.
Yeah, they're going to rest on offense, get set, find a weakness.
That's probably a good plan. Down by 3. Now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by number 40, Trey Coons.
That was Trella with the turnover. They slowed it down, and then he tried to push it. Ball got knocked loose. Kennesaw going to settle it up here.
That's his
offensively.
That's Max Keaton. We'll back it out to Thorne. Edward Thorne. Now coming inside. Let's see where shot by number 11 Keaton, and it doesn't go. Kicks out to the far edge. It'll stay with Kennesaw State with 3:52 on the clock.
It was a good block by the defenseman on that shot. Didn't reach cage.
So now Kennesaw State will keep it. Will keep the possession. As that is Jack Wilson, number 19 from Fayetteville, Georgia. Whitewater High School. There's a goal by Wilson.
Jack Wilson's a big body. He just dodged hard to his right hand, got separation, and put it down lower corner. Great shot.
3:36 remaining, and it's 4-0. As Wilson picks up a goal. That's only his 4th on the season.
6'4", 225 from Whitewater High School here in Georgia.
Yep, just on the southwest side of the Metro Atlanta area. 4-0. And the Owls have picked up 3 goals in the space of just about 3 minutes. Ball is out, and that's going to be a win for Kennesaw State on the face-off, apparently. Yep, there it is. Getting a little chippy in there as Drew Martinez comes away with the ball. Martinez runs off as he hands it over to Matt Weir. He looked like he found number 20. That is Hunter Neely. Neely will back it out.
Yeah, they're gonna settle it up, get their offensive guys on.
That's Damian Prosser, number 1. And he'll pitch it over to Stanowitz, number 12.
Prosser's got a brother that plays at Lassiter High School here in Atlanta now. I think he's a junior. Could be wrong about that, but he's a very good player.
Coming in is Stanowitz. He's getting checked very hard by Andrew Vance. Stanowitz puts it into the middle for Matthews, and there's your goal. Second goal today from Matthews with 2:37 remaining in the period.
That was the second assist for Stanowitz. He dodged down the right wing, came back.
And that makes it 5-0.
Made the feed for the goal.
Kennesaw State showing why they are the 5th-ranked team in the nation, making it look easy here. Now another face-off over at the center.
2:37 left in the quarter.
Yep, 5-0. Lindenwood's got to, kept saying this, they got to get something going. They haven't been able to today. As you said, that Kennesaw State defense has been very, very tough back there. And
so again, Suarez won the draw there, but then he missed the ground ball twice, and it's Al's ball.
And that's so it's not enough to win that face-off. You got to make sure your team gets control of it. And here's Keaton now. And Keaton, I'm not sure if he's hurt or not. He's going to jog off a little gingerly. Maybe heading back to that midfield stripe. Here's Nate Gibson, 26, shot, takes a high bounce. Kunkmueller's going to have to go chasing for it.
It's going to be Lynx ball. Kunkmueller closest to the ball when it went out. Lynx on the clear.
And Connor Hansen, the goalkeeper for Kennesaw, really has not been challenged that much in this contest.
Yeah, I don't think he's made a save. I think they've had 2 shots that both bounced over the top.
Well, let's see what they can do here. There's going to be a shot. There's a goal. And that looked like Boss, number 10, was the one who finished it off.
Yep, that was Boss. And that's 26. So 26 on
Fincher.
the assist. Fincher came down the wing, found Boss on the crease, and Boss went high to high for the goal.
So Boss with the first Lindenwood goal makes it 5-1. Boss picks up his 12th goal on the season. So let's see if this gives Lindenwood the momentum, see if it swings to their side. And it's still looking for it. I think Kennesaw State will come away with that possession on the face-off. Good job by Martinez.
But he's lost it.
Yeah, now strong. This is number 18, Vance. Vance over to Boss. Boss wants to throw it in, but he's going to think better of it. And there's your unforced error by Trella. Just had it go off his stick.
Second unforced error on Trella today. He's a great scorer, but he's had trouble with his stick work.
Long pass in, finds West. And the official's going to stop play. No, they're not, I'm sorry. West will back it out.
They're just changing up. He touched it in the box. They're getting their LSM off and bringing their shorties in to get their offense set up. About a minute left in the quarter.
5-1, favor Kennesaw State. Matthews has already got 2 goals today. Now it's going to be led into the back area to Thorne. Thought Thorne would be a little more of an offensive element. Tried to get it in on an odd man rush by Clark, who also has 2 goals, but he didn't have anything, so he put it back out.
That was a nice pass by Thorne. Here's Matthews coming from
Matthews
X.
spinning, can't get it in. Ball's racing out of bounds on the near side, and that's where it's going to go out.
Just shot that wide. Didn't come high enough from X to get a good angle on that shot. Still going to be Al's ball.
With 38.4 seconds remaining in the quarter, 5-1 Kennesaw State. Owls with 2 more regular season games after this one. Now they bring it back in. Let's see if they sit on it for the following 30 seconds. Maybe get one more attack going, trying to get a late goal at the end of the period. That's number 8, Hall. Hall being pushed now into the back edge for Thorne. 15 seconds. Thorne to the middle. Matthews gets the shot off and goal.
I think that's Prosser, isn't it? One is Prosser.
Yeah, one is Prosser, I'm sorry.
So that was Thorne to Prosser. Prosser actually with a great handle on the crease, through traffic, and then beat Kunkmueller high into the upper left corner. 11.6 seconds left, 5-1 Owls.
Yep, for Prosser, we see it on the replay. There's Prosser. He's able to, it looked like he put it in off the left bar. He'll pick up his 9th goal in the year. So the face off now. Final 10 seconds of the, well, now it's
We have procedure on the Owls on the faceoff. Lynx ball, trying to beat the clock on the corner, 5 seconds.
4 seconds out, but a bad pass. Now there's a 2-hopper, and that's going to do it for the period. That was Max Keaton with the steal, but couldn't get that 2-hopper in, didn't have enough time. So we played one. Kennesaw State out in front 5-1. I'm sorry, 6-1. 6-1. We'll have the second after this timeout right here on Lacrosse Fire TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
There's some Kennesaw State fans high atop the burn, overlooking the Owls Nest Field. It's the second quarter about ready to start between the Kennesaw State University Owls and the Lindenwood University Belleville Lynx. MCLA lacrosse action for you, courtesy of lacrossefire.tv. It's 6-1, favor of the Owls as we start the second quarter of action. John Morgan, Bruce Oswald here from the Owls Nest in overcast April Fool's Day here at Kennesaw State. Hope you didn't believe anything too impractical on this April Fool's Day, but it's no joke for Kennesaw State. They are up 6-1, owning that first period.
Once again, the Lindenwood team, Suarez, won the faceoff, got it out to a teammate. They missed a ground ball, and then they got called for a push, and the Owls are clearing DeFrank with the ball.
So they can't really capitalize when they get those faceoffs. So here is Kennesaw State on the attack. This is number 33, Jay DeBole with it. DeBole is a junior from East Coweta High School in Newton, transfer from Mercer. Down in the Macon area. And it's Kennesaw State on the attack. Gets it to Matt Weir, number 24. Weir to the back area. Now they're going to switch some attack points. This is Tyler Matthews, number 2. He's trying to get into the goal area for a shot, but good defense being sealed off by Corey Marquardt, number 15. Matthews still trying to spin, still trying to get a good shot in. Now nice pass to DeBole, who was cutting in, but a good save there by Kunkmuller.
That was a great dodge and feed backside by Matthews to DeBole, and then DeBole shot high to high. He's got to fake that. He did not, and Kunkmuller with the save.
So here's Lacker coming the other way. 6-1. Favor of Kennesaw State as they switch attack points. Now Lindenwood is going left to right across your monitor. There's Niall Sear, crosser over to Trella. Trella's had some problems with his stick, had a couple of unforced turnovers. Finds Boss, who's got the lone goal for the Lynx. Yoder, as it looks like Belleville's going to switch some attack points. Now coming in is Yoder. Yoder tried to field Boss, goes over his stick and out of play.
This Owls defense has done a really good job on Trella. He's averaging 6 points a game and has not had a point yet.
Well, 6-1 is the score now. This is West. Tried to find a cutting Thorne, who's been held scoreless. And it's out of play. 13:04 remaining until intermission, 6-1. Kennesaw State on top. Now Lacker with a long pass over the stick of Zach Cagle. And
getting a little sloppy here with 3 straight turnovers back to back to back. Al's trying to clear balls down. They've got it back.
Here's Hunter Neely. Big collision in the middle. Racing in. Oh, somehow found the stick of Neely in the back off that race-in shot by Keaton. And we had a lot of collision there in front of the goal mouth. But Kunkmuller's got it, so he will stop, and looks like everyone got out of that unscathed. Another turnover. That's probably the 4th. Now a strong shot in. That's a goal by number 21, Edward Thorne, his first of the day. 7-1.
So we had the back-to-back turnovers, and then the Owls fed the crease. A great save there by Kunkmuller. They turned it over on the clear. Thorne picked it up, came in, went high to high from about 15 yards with a great shot.
Well, Thorne probably their better all-around player. He's got a lot of goals and a lot of assists. So that makes it 7-1 now in favor of the Owls for Edward Thorne. That's his 29th goal of the year. He came in with 22 assists. See if Suarez can come away with this face-off, or Martinez. Ball squirts out. That's who's going to get there first. They're just playing hack-a-sack there. Oh, there's coming out of it is Cody Fincher. Fincher has got some numbers.
He's got a fast break.
Yep. That Trella, but Trella's entry past the Boss can handle it. Now Boss keeps it on the ground, trying to roll it over to Sear. But it's going to be Kennesaw State. Looks like they almost kept possession, but I think it hit the stick of Armstead. But Kennesaw State gets it back. They retain possession. Here's Brendan Hall going up the far side. Hall, lead pass. And that lead pass for Tyler Price, number 18. He's from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Here's Prosser with the ball up top.
Prosser with it. And he'll feed Stanowitz.
Stanowitz with a low shot and a good save by Kunkmuller. Getting down to grab that. Now they're clearing.
Well, Lindenwood's had some problems turning the ball over when they tried to get the attack moving up. And thinking better of it is Bryn Mullaney. He'll go back to Kunkmuller.
Kunkmuller started slow in this game, but has come on with 5 saves in the last 5-6 minutes.
Lacker with it on that far side. Lacker will kick it back to Vance. Vance going to hold on to it with 10:52 remaining until halftime. 7-1, Kennesaw State.
The Lynx are going to call a timeout.
So the Lynx will call a TO with 10:48 remaining until intermission, down by a score of 7-1. And looks like the Kennesaw State defense is the story of this ball game. The goaltender Connor Hansen, he has hardly been tested at all today.
I think he's got 1 save, a couple shots wide, 1 in the net, and 1 save for Hansen. He's done a good job when he's had the opportunity, but not much coming towards him. Too many turnovers for the Lynx. Struggling on ground balls and struggling defensively as well.
Well, the wind has kicked up a little bit, and we've got a particularly dark section of clouds over to our left. Of course, it is getting close to sunset, 7:34 in the Eastern time zone right now. But again, that wind has kicked up more. It's cooled off the field and everyone in it, so a lot of people breaking their jackets out, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing in without too many more pyrotechnics here at the Kennesaw State University complex.
Owls are coming back out. We should be ready to go and shortly.
Yeah, 7-1 is the score in favor of the Kennesaw State Owls. Again, that wind, you can hear it whipping across our microphones. Lindenwood still hasn't broken their huddle. Now they're about ready to get going. Mentioned that Kennesaw State's got 2 more games. Their next contest is going to be with Emory, so a local game. That'll be April 13th before wrapping it up with a home date against Columbus State. Now we're ready, and it's going to be Lindenwood with the attack. That is Sear to the near side, looking for number 22, John Gilmore. I wonder if they call him Happy. This is Lacker, back to Yoder, back to Lacker on the back edge. 10:28 and counting until halftime.
Lynx really need a goal here. They've got to get something generated to get back in the game.
Back out to Lacker. Now Lacker's going to get it to Yoder. Yoder racing in. It's on that right side. Now he spins around. Nothing doing around that defense. Lacker, almost a bad pass, but Hartman's able to stick it back. Now trying to get it back to Lacker. Ball really didn't have much emphasis on it. There's a nice check. But instead, it's going to be Keaton with it. Keaton is in transition. Keaton racing down. Keaton trying to push it ahead, but where he wanted to go wasn't there, and instead ball goes to the corner where Tyler Matthews tries to track it down and does. Now here's Matthews circling in, wheeling around. Can he get a shot off? And we're going to have some hacky sacks hit the court. When as soon as possession gets changed, a bullet shot by Thorne, and that's a goal.
That was a great individual effort there. Who was that, Keaton before with the ball?
I thought it was number 2, Matthews.
Yeah, it was Matthews. Matthews did a great job getting the ground ball on the sidelines, taking it all the way through X, around the other side, got hit in the head, drew the flag, and then he fed backside for the goal, high to high, and the Owls are still going to be man up with the penalty going to be a slash to the head.
8-1 now is the score with 9:40 remaining. And that wind is just kicking up some more here. So a man advantage for the Kennesaw State Owls. They're already up by 7. Now they whistle. And try to split, do the splits on Matthews. Anyways, but Lindenwood with the possession. Bad pass, unable to convert is Gilmore.
Yeah, that was a bad decision by Gilmore. Their man down. He picked up the ground ball with a long pole, went and shot wide. He should have possessed that and tried to kill the clock, and the Owls are going to come back, and they're going to have a man-up situation when they clear.
Trey Coons is going to let that one go. But it didn't go out in time. Great hustle there by Trella. Now Trella has it knocked off a stick, but he's able to get the pouch in. Trella still getting poked as he wheels around toward the back edge. Guarded by John DeFrank.
Let's see if they look to kill this penalty or if they look to press the offense shorthanded.
Now after 9 minutes, they're going to swing it to the back edge as Zach Cagle races on and finds Cody Fincher. Fincher to the near side for Gilmore.
Still playing 5-on-6.
That penalty is due to expire, I think, about a couple seconds. 8:40. If it's a 1-minute penalty, it should be expiring right about now.
Yep, just did. Here he comes. So now we're even.
As Fincher has it. Fincher to the back area for Trella. Trella, nice pass in, and there's a goal. That was a nice pass into Gilmore, and Gilmore makes it 8-2 with 8:26 to go.
So the Lynx did a good job killing that penalty, getting their guy back in, getting back to even, and then a good feed backside for the goal.
So it's 8-2, favor of Kennesaw State. We're getting close to the halfway point here in the second quarter.
That was Trella's first point on the day with the assist.
Well, Trella's had a very tough day handling the ball. That's nice to see him get a goal on that one. And for Gilmore, that's his 4th on the season. Penalty on Kennesaw State on the faceoff. They'll award it to Lindenwood.
Yeah, they caught a loose ball push, change of possession.
Vance will lead it to Trella. Over to Gilmore in the back. See if Gilmore's going to wheel in. Now he'll swing it to the far side for Sear. Sear will back it off for Lacker. 8 minutes, even up. Lacker with it. They're just going to kind of play very deliberately now, but as soon as I say that, they go into the back for Gilmore, who had that goal a few seconds ago. Back over to Yoder to Lacker. 8-2. Kennesaw State sitting on a 6-goal lead. Now racing in is Yoder. Yoder now wheeling it back. Lacker, ball's bouncing away from Lacker, but helping him out is number 11. That's Suarez. Gabriel Suarez from Chandler, Arizona, Desert Vista High School. That's in the Phoenix area. Another area on that back edge. Shot in, pass inside, nothing doing. Going to Gilmore. Gilmore trying to deke out Trying to deke out number 40, Coons.
The Lynx being a lot more deliberate in their offense here. They know they need possession and goals to get back in it. Slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, they're being very patient in the offense right now. There's Trella. Had that assist. Had some unforced turnovers earlier, but see if he gets his confidence back with that assist. Wheeling in and puts it in. So he does. Cody Trella with a goal.
So the Lynx took probably a minute and a half off the clock there. Trella took it down from down the wing, started to go to X, wheeled back to his left, beating DeFrank, and shot low to low into the left corner for the goal. Exciting the Lynx crowd over here.
They traveled pretty well. A lot of people making the trip from the Belleville, Illinois area. St. Louis on the east side. One fan brought her Chihuahua.
That's right, they got that Chihuahua bundled up when the clouds came in.
Yep. Or as the great Les Nessman used to call it, a Chihuahua. Anyway, here's Lindenwood on the attack.
Suarez winning the faceoff there and still possessing, now taking it through X.
And now he thought he was going to try to coast it in. Gets to Gilmore, who's got one of the 3 Lindenwood goals. Boss and Trella with the others. And he'll face it back. Being very deliberate to Vance. 6:17 on the clock. 8-3. Both teams with 2 goals this quarter. Kennesaw State had a period of about 3 goals in about 3 minutes, kind of extended their lead. And now it's just been about 5 or 6, but give Lindenwood credit, coming from 7 back, making it 5 right now. They still got a long ways to go, but a lot of time in order to do it. As Hartman races in on that far side, Gilmore back out to Trella in the X. Now Trella's going to try to spin around. Can he get a clear shot, or is he going to throw it back? He's going to throw it back to Vance. Andrew Vance is from Arnold, Missouri. Over to the near side, look for Cagle. And it got taken away from him. Good play there.
It was a nice check by Stanowitz.
It got to Cooper Lyon, number 17. Now swinging it in, rides up the stick of Armistead. And there's a turnover back to Lindenwood. The Lynx bringing it up.
That's Sear with the ball, taking it through X. He got the ground ball on the turnover.
Yep, Sear decides not to put a shot on. Instead, backing it out with 5:10 left. Lacker with it. Lacker swings it out. And they work the defense. Cagle. Cagle will put it back into the X for Sear. Now back to Cagle. And nice pass into the back. Slipping again.
Yoder.
Yeah, Yoder with the example of those. Maybe he needs to switch cleats during halftime. Shot in, and not a good shot at all by Cagle. Easy save by Connor Hansen. Now, Kennesaw State's racing back. They want to put some more points on the board. Lindenwood's getting too close.
That was Weir on the clear, gave it to Thorne.
Yeah, Thorne pushes it back to
And
Prosser.
now Prosser.
Prosser with it.
And the Owls are going to change. Those middies have been out there for a long time. They're going to get some fresh guys in. I don't know.
Looks like Wilson's going to come back in. Wilson's coming in. Hall's coming in. And I'm not sure. And I think that's going to be it for Tyler Yelkin.
Yeah, Prosser's going to stay.
And Prosser still with it. Here's Hall from Centennial High School in the Roswell area. Wide shot. And it'll go out with 3:55 remaining in the first half of this one. 8-3. Kennesaw State up by a nickel. Here's Prosser. It looked like he kicked off the crossbar.
That was a save. Good save there by Kunkmuir.
Tanner Duffy with it, number 61. Now Thorne inside to Matthews. There's a goal.
Again, the Lynx, Kunkmuir made a good foot save there, and then the Lynx had the ground ball. They lost it. It went to Thorne. Who scored that goal there?
It was Matthews, number 2.
Matthews. So Thorne to Matthews off the turnover after that big save by Kunkmuir. That hurts the Lynx.
Yep, 9-3 now with 3:33 remaining until halftime. Big goal there as it stops a Lynx rally. The Lynx had scored the last 2 to make it 8-3. Another face-off between Suarez and Matthews. And it's going to kick out. It looks like it's going to be Lindenwood getting it. Vance comes up with it. Uh-oh. Foul on Kennesaw State. Looks like it's going to be assessed against Cody Clark.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy hit, a little bit high. I think they're calling an illegal body check. That'll be 1 minute if that's what it is.
We got 3:21 remaining. As again, the wind gets a little more steady. And we're just waiting for the officials to start things up. Picking it up is Fincher.
So Lynx are man up. Starting out in a 2-1-3.
Well, they're going to work perimeter. Wait till they find an opening. Lacker. And there's your opening, but a shot went left.
They actually ran a little two-man game with both sides picking for each other, and then that shot hit the top corner of the crossbar, but outside and went out of bounds.
Looked like that was Trella.
It was Trella, yep.
Who took the shot. Boss. Let's see if they're going to try to get it in. Boss over to the near side. Oh, man, that would have been a good shot by Trella if he could have gotten it.
That's the over and back rule. That's a new rule here in lacrosse, just like basketball. Once you get it in your offensive box, if it comes back over midfield, it's automatically the other team's ball.
Now that one went wide. Now here's a good shot. Good effort. There's a goal by number 6. That's Hayden Armistead.
Nothing better than a long pole getting a goal. Thorne got the ground ball, gave it to Armistead. Armistead, nobody picked him up. Another defensive lapse by the Lynx, and shot that high to high with the pole.
So Armistead makes it 10-3 favor of Kennesaw State. And that's his third on the season. So just like that, lead back to 7. 2:29, goal in about 1 minute and 4 seconds.
And the Lynx had a good man up opportunity. They threw a bad pass that led to that goal.
A lot of turnovers on Lindenwood. Armistead trying to come away with it. Can't. There's a kind of a scooper into the Lindenwood offensive area. Trella does a nice move to keep control of it. Now Trella, he's got the numbers. Now he decides to kick it to the other side. There's a goal shot by Sear. Won't go. And they're tracking it down on that other end. And it's going to be Kennesaw coming away with it. Coming away from that scrum is Hunter Neely. Leading into the offensive area is Drew Martinez. Martinez will take a high shot, low to high, and it bounces over the goal mouth. 1:50 remaining. 10-3.
Here comes Matthews, up, loose ball. Picked up by the Lynx. They're on the clear.
Yeah, that's Hankey.
Up, and another turnover for the Lynx. Like we said, they've probably got double-digit turnovers so far in this game.
And you can't do that against the 5th team in the nation. Kennesaw State. Now racing through is Cagle. Cagle with it. Now he's just going to back it out. Got to be careful of that half-court strike, like you said. Gets it to Hartman. Hartman does not take the chance. 80 seconds to go. Back out now, they'll go to Lacker. Lacker into the middle, spinning by Sear, wide right.
Still Lynx ball.
1:10 remaining.
Another timeout for the Lynx. Going to set something up, try to get one before the end of the half.
All right, Lynx take a timeout with 1:10 to go in the first half. It's Kennesaw State 10 and Lindenwood to Bellevue 3 right here on Lacrosse Fire TV.
This Lacrosse Fire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joe for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Closing moments of the first half. John Morgo, Bruce Oswald here from the Owl's Nest here at Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. 10-3, Kennesaw State on top over the Lindenwood of Belleville Lynx. Thank you very much for joining us here on Lacrosse Fire TV. Again, you can follow us on social media at Lacrosse Fire TV. That's our Twitter handle. And catch us on Facebook at Lacrosse Fire TV. We'll have schedules, past video archives, and more. So please hit us up on the World Wide Web at Lacrosse Fire TV.
There's a lot of good high school game videos out there on the Lacrosse Fire website if you want to catch up on some games that you've missed here in the Atlanta area.
It's Lindenwood on the attack, trying to get something going before the first half ends. They're down by 7. They had cut it to 5, but 2 straight goals for Kennesaw makes it a 7-point advantage, and there's a wide shot. Looked like Trello wanted to feed somebody, but on a hard pass, couldn't get there. But it's still Lindenwood attack.
That's not a good shot there.
Now Fincher put it wide left.
Yep, a little too far out. Didn't have the power to beat the goaltender on that one.
Now Connor Hansen back to Coons, and Coons will cross it over to Cooper Lyon. I'm sorry, that's number 27. That's John DeFrank. Frank cross half court, finds Stanowitz. Stanowitz looking for Thorne. And nice back pass by Prosser. Prosser gets the goal. Someone lost a stick, but Prosser gets the goal.
I think that first shot by Thorne was blocked. It hit something. Prosser picked it up and scored. Kind of a garbage goal, but good reaction by Prosser.
3 straight goals for Kennesaw to end the half. 11-3. We got 17 ticks remaining. So Kennesaw definitely getting all the breaks. Thorne, rocket shot got blocked by something. The impact was so strong it just knocked the stick out of the player's hand. And Prosser's there to clean things up. There's a win on the face-off by Suarez. 10 seconds remaining. Suarez, they're going to have to hurry. There's Boss. 6 seconds. Boss backs it out. Let's see if they can get a shot off on the shot by Vance. With 2 seconds remaining. I think it hit the scoreboard. Now back in, and that's going to do it for the first half. So we played a half, and it is 11-3 favor of Kennesaw State over Lindenwood right here on Lacrosse Fire TV. And we'll be right back here from the Owl's Nest at Kennesaw State University. John Warder, Bruce Oswald here. Second half about ready to start. It's the first half of action is in the books. 11-3 favor of Kennesaw State. Star of the ball game, Damian Prosser. He's got 4 goals for the Owls. Cody Clark with 2. Edward Thorne with 2. Tyler Matthews has 1. Jack Wilson with 1. Hayden Armstead with 1 goal apiece. For the Lindenwood Belleville Lynx, they've got goals by John Gilmore, Cody Trella, and the other goal is by Brian Boss. 11-3 is the score, and Bruce, 25 shots for Kennesaw State, and they definitely are owning the possession here in this one.
Absolutely, they've taken advantage of the turnovers and missed ground balls by the Lynx team. We mentioned in the first half, the Lynx seem to have been controlling the face-off X, with Suarez winning the majority of the ability to possess the ball, but they've struggled to come up with the ground balls off the face-offs, struggled at ground balls across the game, and then just turned it over pretty much left and right all throughout the first half. They've got to fix that and possess the ball in the second half.
Well, they kind of hung out on their bench during halftime, didn't go to the bus, didn't go to their common dressing area. They just stayed on the field, got talking to by their head coach here, Dan Mertzloff. So we're about ready to go with quarter number 3. 11-3 is the score. Kennesaw State on top by 8 here from the Owl's Nest at Kennesaw State University. So they're going to sit down for the face-off. It's going to be Martinez and Suarez. Suarez for Lindenwood, and there we're off. See who's going to sticks out. Kind of hit one of the shoes of Kennesaw State, but coming in is number 11. That is Keaton. Keaton will bring it in, but ball will kick out to the left side.
And that was tipped by the Lynx.
So Kennesaw State will keep it. We've had a change in, thought we were going to have a change in goal, but Connor Hansen's back out there on the back edge for Kennesaw State, and they're still going to go with Kuckmuller for Lindenwood. High pass in, controlled by Stanowitz.
Stanowitz has got 2 assists on the day. He's had a couple of nice passes that have resulted in goals. He's going to dodge from up top here.
Stanowitz with it, dumps it off to number 21, Thorne. And Thorne loses it as he's trying to get it in. That's Kuckmuller with it. Kuckmuller leaves it out for Marquardt. Marquardt can't get it out now. A long crossing pass to Lacker. Lacker races up field past the half court. Now Lacker will kind of hold off. Now they have to put it in the back court. There they go. And as you explained to me during intermission, that activates the half court stripe rule.
That's right. The possession rules are they've got once they cross midfield, they've got 10 seconds to get it in the offensive box, and then once they're in, then the ball can't go back over midcourt. The defenseman can actually push the ball back from midfield, but it cannot cross midfield.
Well, they come back to Fincher. Fincher and Lacker are back there. Now they find Cagle. Cagle with a bad pass. Coons came up with it. Coons whips it across, hits on a bounce.
And DeFrank up to Prosser. Prosser's semi-transition here.
Prosser with 4 goals already. Prosser going for 5, and he got it. 5th goal for Damian Prosser.
That all started with the defense. Coons picked off the pass, threw it across the field to DeFrank, the pope-to-pope connection. Up the field to Prosser. Prosser came down on transition. Nobody really picked him up, and he went high to high for the goal.
12-3 now. And for Damian Prosser, certainly having an excellent day. 5 goals already. And that gives him 13 on the season. Kennesaw State trying to go 9-1 on the season.
They played a tough schedule. This is their fifth ranked team that they've played this year. They're 3-1 in 4 ranked games, and looking to go 4-1 against ranked teams.
Spinning out is Vance.
And again, Suarez controlled the draw.
That's probably the one good thing about Lindenwood's game today. They've been very excellent on the draws.
Yep, absolutely.
Just can't convert the opportunities. Usually turn it over in a matter of seconds afterward. Here's Hartman. Hartman's just going to wait as Lindenwood pulls some attackers, put some more in. near side for Sear. Sear to Boss, who has one of the 3 Lindenwood goals. 12-3 now. Boss spinning, comes up on the near side, back out to Hartman. Hartman with it, he's got to Lacker. Quick pass, Lacker into the X area. And that is Suarez. Suarez backs pedals, puts a shot, and it's Hansen who comes up with it. Hansen hasn't been tested very much today, but he picks up the save in that one. Ball at the feet of Coons. He's able to scoop it. And Coons finds Thorne. Thorne, nice move. He's getting checked. And the referees will stop play. Nope, I'm sorry. Thorne's going to just backpedal a little bit with it.
He just touched possession there in the box. Official raises his arm to let them know that they have now possessed the ball on the offensive end.
High shot on the odd rush. Rush by DeBole.
That looked like a shot, but it looks like the officials called that a pass.
I think he was looking for Matthews in the X.
Okay, so it's a errant pass by the Owls, and it's going to be Lynx ball.
Lynx down 12-3 with 11:27 remaining in the third. Sear with it. Sear racing across the midfield area, trying to get into the offensive area. Getting really harassed over there by Armistead. Now they'll leave it on the ground for Cagle. And Lindenwood being very deliberate with their offense. I think I'm not sure if we have a time of possession clock, but I would say Lindenwood has had the ball a lot more in the offensive zone than Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State, when they get their rush going, they're able to score pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that all started in the second quarter or late in the first quarter. They started looking to possess the ball more, and I think they're smart to do that because the Owls got to have a better offense than they do.
It was with Trella. He couldn't get a shot off. Now back out to Cagle. Back into the X, spinning his Boss. Boss puts a shot. He was trying to go to a cutting Sear, but Sear couldn't get a stick on it.
Yeah, he handcuffed him there with a pass. He was there backside, but the pass was down belt level, and he couldn't handle it.
10:27 remaining in the third. 12-3. Kennesaw State with 1 goal. There's a nice cut on Grayson West. West loses it out of bounds, and let's see who they're gonna award it to. Lindenwood.
I think the Lynx might have got away with a trip there, but it's their ball.
Racing in is Cody Trella. 1 goal for him today. Trella immediately goes to the X in that area in the back of the goal mouth. Trella trying to come up far. Now he'll have to back it out. He's got Sear on the near side. Let's see if he goes to him. No, he's going to come. He's going to come on the near and sends it way out.
Yeah, he let that go too soon. He needed to come 2 more steps to get a better angle, tried to get rid of it, and came out of the top of his stick. It was a shot, so it remains Lynx ball.
With 9:45 and counting here in the third, Trella will back it out to Vance. Vance to the back edge. Now coming in for Lacker with a hard, low to high shot.
That's the best save of the day there, up into the goal.
And Lacker was able to get his own rebound and put it in.
Lacker took the shot. Hansen made a really nice save, but it went up in the air, straight up. Lacker got it off the ground and put it down low on the bounce shot to beat Hansen for the goal.
9:30 remaining. Lacker with his first goal today, and it's 12-4. Lacker picks up his 9th goal. He's got 9 assists so far. Good goal for Lindenwood, but now they're still down by 8. Still a lot of time for them. There's the face-off. Again, Suarez has had a pretty good way of things, and it looks like it's going to win that one too. And he found Henke. So another offensive opportunity for Lindenwood. Henke with it in that X near the corner. Henke will get it to Trella. Trella racing across the back edge. Passes Boss. Nice little spin move. Puts the shot in, across the goal mouth, and no one was.
Yeah, that was a bounce pass from Trella, and
He was going for
Owls
Suarez.
picked it up, but they caught a push on the Owls. Loose ball push, change of possession, Lynx ball.
Looks like he was going for Suarez coming across. 8:52 in the third. And Lindenwood with the possession. Very deliberate on offense. When Kennesaw State gets it, they waste little time getting it into the goal mouth. Already picked up 12 goals. Prosser's got 5 of them. Now there's Lacker. Had that last one over to Trella on that right side. Trella gets a high-low shot off. No good. Boss couldn't get a back end stick on it. But they'll keep the possession for Lindenwood. Backing it out for Suarez. Suarez to Lacker, and Lacker over to that far side, Cody Fincher. Fincher to Sear, as they just kind of go in a big circle. Oh, almost lost it, but Suarez is able to get it back. Fincher now. Fincher races in. Fincher, see if he can get put a shot on. No, back out to Trella. Fincher into the area. There's a good pass, but Boss has come from behind. Swing it out. No, I thought it looked to me like Suarez was going to take a shot, but instead he passes it out to Lacker. Lacker getting checked a little bit back there. So he's able to try to keep that stick in a protected place. Double teamed.
It's Keaton, and number 11 plays aggressive defense for the Owls.
He was joined back there by 17 Lyon. Now back to Lacker. Off a line, loses the ball, and it's going to be picked up by the Owls. 7:15 to go, and that's Keaton.
That was a good ride by the Lynx. They get the ball back on the turnover. The Lynx have had a good possession here with probably had the ball for a minute and a half. Had tried to dodge and turn it over, but got it right back. We'll see if they can make something happen here.
Well, they scored with 9:30 remaining. They won that face-off, so it's been about almost 2.5 minutes on this side of the field. Now Sear, as they go back to the midfield area for Suarez. Lacker, who used to be in the back, now he's playing on the near side. It's Suarez and Hartman back there. I think Hartman came in for Vance. Sears in as well. Boss is out. Trella's still in. And Suarez has played pretty much the whole quarter to this point. 6:25 remaining. Hartman wanted to go back edge, and that is going to be still Lindenwood. Is it?
Yep, tipped.
Yeah, it got tipped as it went to Sear. So they're going to keep the possession going. And Boss came in, but he wasn't really too authoritative going for that loose ball, and they almost turned it over.
Suarez with a good ground ball, though, to keep possession.
Suarez will put it back to that far side. This is pretty much the same offense we've seen from the Lynx, just trying to grind things out, hope to get a goal. Down by 8 runs, 12-4. And Lacker's going to back it up, and then that wind is kicking up again. Everyone's put on some sort of long coat. Lacker with it. We had some rain early this morning, kind of held off throughout the day. And it just needs to hold off about, I'd say about 20 more minutes so we can get this game in. And Lindenwood saves it one more time. They're doing an excellent job of recovery. They just cannot get it in, and I think it looks like Kennesaw State has employed a bend but don't break.
Yeah, that was a good feed from Yoder there to Hartman. Hartman couldn't handle it, but then he got the ground ball, but now they've lost it. Here come the Owls in transition, fast break.
Yeah, it went high off of Yoder's stick, and now an effort to really convert that opportunity, no good. Goes out looking for Thorne, but Thorne's going to get bumped from behind. That's going to be a foul on Lindenwood. A really good opportunity there by Drew Martinez, who kind of came up, got that loose ball.
Yeah, it was a nice save by Kunkmuir. Then they called a push, I think, on the Owls and Lynx possession.
4:39 remaining here in the third. 12-4. And back to this kind of ball control, grinded out offense for the Lindenwood Belleville Lynx. 4 goals for Lindenwood, all by 4 different players. And Lindenwood, Kennesaw State's got the numbers on them. Kennesaw State, kind of a high Division II, and Lindenwood you would think is like a low D2, but they've got a good program, 21st in the nation, 5-3 record.
Well, they definitely got good sticks. I think Kennesaw State is a deeper team. They probably played 17, 18 guys, and I think Lindenwood has probably played 13 or 14. It seems like we've got the same guys on offense with not much rest for the midfielders for Lindenwood.
Yeah, Fincher, high pass to Cagle. Cagle puts this low shot on, and I think Hansen got a foot on it.
Hansen got that with his foot. Great save there.
Knocks it away.
Owls ball. Coons beat him to the sideline, and Owls get possession.
3:35 remaining, but losing possession over there on that back edge.
That's DeFrank.
Yeah, DeFrank just can't get a handle on it, and Lindenwood is swarming, trying to get the steal. I think DeFrank still has it in that corner, and they turn it over. That's Boss with it.
That's a great play by DeFrank. He had it, he lost it, he went over the guy's head, knocked it loose, and then he knocked it and forced them to knock it out of bounds. Great athletic play by him.
And DeFrank went to sleep, I think, in that corner. Two Lindenwood players kind of converged on him and were able to get the turnover, but he was able to recover. Now here's Kennesaw State on the rush. And looks like they're going to slow it up just a fraction. As Stanowitz puts it into the corner. Now Stanowitz with it again with 2:46 remaining in a pretty fast-paced third quarter. Only 2 goals by both squads. One for Kennesaw, one for Lindenwood. 12-4. And here is Tyler Matthews. Matthews is in the X area. He's going to race behind the goal mouth, and he's going to see if he spins around, gets a block, goes to Prosser. Stanowitz trying to deke, but he can't get Cagle out of position, so he's going to have to back it out. That far side for Prosser, who already has 5 goals. Matthews has got 1. Now Matthews kind of holding onto it, and maybe Kennesaw State is taking some time off the clock here, up by a comfortable margin of 8 as we get close to 2 minutes remaining here in the third.
Yep, Kennesaw State's smart. They don't need to score. They can kill a minute, 2 minutes. It's all to their advantage.
Trying to get room around Cagle. Going back and forth behind the goal. I think Thorne's calling for it. And that's where they go from Prosser. Thorne back into the middle. Spinning. Ball's loose. And it finds its way into Kochmuller's stick. Unable to get a good shot was Clark, who has 2 goals already early in this contest.
Yeah, Clark actually should have kept coming to his right hand. He tried to roll back. He rolled right back into the defense and lost possession.
So here's Lindenwood bringing it across. That's Hartman. Hartman into the back for Boss, who has to go to his knees to get that one. Lindenwood has had some problems with the footing, but they're able to keep control of it right now.
We've got about a minute left in the quarter here.
Back out for Vance. Vance with it. Now he's going to kick it out to number 26. That's Fincher. Fincher to Lacker. Robert Lacker has 1 goal. He has the only goal this half. Both teams with 1 goal this quarter. 12-4. 45 seconds remaining. Vance with it. Vance into the back. I believe that's Trella. Trella, their leading scorer, been held often. There's a bad pass right into the stick of Armstead. Armstead will fire across, but it goes over everybody. That ball's going to roll. Oh, I thought, nice recovery by Matthews. I thought that ball was going out. But Matthews comes out of nowhere to get it. Nice swing back there by Armstead.
That's a great example of playing the miss. He saw the miss pass and great hustle to keep that in bounds and then not go back off sides after he possessed it.
Tiptoed the half-court stripe. 3 seconds remaining. Thorne, that's where they want it, but it got blocked out, and that's it for the third. So both teams with 1 goal makes it 12-4 heading to the fourth quarter right here on Lacrosse Fire TV. Kennesaw State and Lindenwood University of Belleville. Let's check that pass into that half-court area as Matthews just comes out of nowhere to get it right before it goes out of bounds, and here he is. He loses it barely, and I think the ball does go over the stripe, but he doesn't, and he's able to keep control of it, and that's what gave Kennesaw the possession. Unable to convert, however, heading into this fourth quarter.
high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Teams coming out for the fourth quarter between Kennesaw State and Linden University of Belleville. The Owls and the Lynx right here on Lacrosse Fire TV. 12-4 favor of Kennesaw State. And John Morrow here with Bruce Oswald. Bruce, Kennesaw State just kind of sitting on things, knowing they got an 8-run lead, and that it's up to Lindenwood to play tough in order to get the victory.
Yep, looks like the Owls have changed their goalie now. The guy that they were warming up, Cameron Scott, is now in. He's out of Peachtree City, McIntosh High School. And you're right, the Lynx slowed the play down in the third quarter there. Did a good job possessing the ball, but were only able to connect for one goal. Here we go in the fourth.
Final frame. Here's Lindenwood on the attack, but stealing it is Coons. Coons is going to try to backpedal with it. Let's see if he goes to his goalkeeper. Oh, but he went one way, ball went another. And Brian Boss didn't see it either, but it will be a change of possession.
That's a good example of the defenseman trying to do a toe drag with the ball there and losing possession. He's just got to move that ball faster and get it upfield.
Boss to Sear to Trella as the Lynx bring people in and out. 14:25 to go. Lynx down by 8. Kennesaw State's got 6 in the first, 5 in the second, just 1 in the third, but they only held one. Tripping in the net is number 17. That's Cooper Line. He just tripped him as he was going across the net on the back, but it doesn't hurt any, as Lindenwood does not get a shot off in that exchange. Boss with it. Nice little flip to Sear. Sear's been quiet. And Hartman whips a shot, but it goes over everything.
That was a nice little play there, set play. Sear came to his left. Hartman with the step down, shot it high.
And let's see, it should stay with Lindenwood, and it does as they work the back area.
Another high shot by Hartman, first save for Cameron Scott there.
Cameron Scott gets the save, 12-4, and Kennesaw wastes little time getting it into the Lindenwood defensive area.
Max Keaton with the ball. He's got a high motor. He plays full speed, full tilt, offense and defense.
And it looks like Keaton's going to slow it up a little bit as Tyler Yelkin brings in makes some substitutions, and it looks like Keaton's going to come out. Prosser's going to come in. Armistead exits as well. So you see Thorne in, and it looks like it will be Stanowitz coming back in. They'll back it out to number 28, Cody Clark. Clark fires it in, and there's a goal with 13:01 remaining. That's the third goal for Cody Clark.
So Brendan Hall came around the corner there from X and lost possession. Clark picked it up and went high to high for the goal there. Nice shot.
So let's check the replay on it. There's the pass from Clark. Going to deke through a double team and put it in. So 13-4 Owls. 13 minutes remaining. So Kennesaw State in control comfortably in this one. It's the largest lead. It's 9 now for the Owls.
Got a hold on the Owls on the face-off, Lynx ball.
So the Belleville possession. Boss in the back area. Boss. Over to Sear. Back out, and there's trouble. Lindenwood really can't afford this kind of deliberate offense in the Kennesaw State defensive area. They have to go. They have to crash the goal mouth trying to put shots in. Down by 9 runs.
Absolutely. They need to score, get possession, score. There we go.
Yep. Shot over there by Cagle. Goes wide. But it should stay with the Lynx. 12:23 remaining. Back out for Trella, and they'll swing it around to number 26, Fincher. Cody Fincher keeping the stick away from those Kennesaw State defense. Finds Cagle. Let's see if Cagle's going to go. Nice check. And there's a foul. They're gonna get a slash, I think, on number 22. Looks like they're gonna get one on Martinez.
Yeah, I think that might be a hold. See how they call that.
And they'll stop play when Kennesaw State gets the possession back or Belleville scores, whatever comes first. So Cagle with it, and Cagle whips it high, and they will stop it there. Allow the penalty to be called and allow other substitutes to come in. Lacker's coming in.
So you call that a 30-second hold. Lynx going man up, and there's a timeout. I think it was Lindenwood. I'm not positive, but I think Lindenwood called the timeout.
All right, timeout on the floor. It's 13-4. Kennesaw State on top of Lindenwood. We got 11:40 remaining. We'll take a quick break right here on the Crossfire TV.
This Crossfire TV broadcast is brought to you by Lace Up with Lax, ending homelessness one step at a time. CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. A Joe for Lax, the Andrew Oswald Memorial Fund, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine, dedicated to all better.
Well, the team's going to break the huddles after that timeout. 13-4 between Kennesaw State and Lindenwood University of Belleville here on the Crossfire TV. Thank you very much for joining us in this presentation of college lacrosse from the MCLA. Both teams ranked. Kennesaw, a top 5 team, ranked number 5. They're showing it tonight. Up by 9 goals, 5 goals by Damian Prosper, 5 out of the 13. He's really been the star of the game today. And the pass to Trella, he loses it, but Lindenwood bails him out. Now it's Lacker who can't handle the pass out, but he gets it back. Lindenwood looking for Trella, goes off the stick, but another bailout there by Hartman. Back to Yoder. Here's Lacker. Lacker with the last goal from Lindenwood. Boss with it. They seem to move. They're moving in a little bit, packing it. But there's still a lot of work to do as Trella brings it around. Trella with a high-low shot, no good. And he'll swing out of bounds.
So again, the Lynx had a man-up situation, 30 seconds. They had pretty good ball movement, but they didn't get a shot on goal during the advantage. That's happened 3 or 4 times today.
This Kennesaw State defense has been very problematic for Lindenwood. They just can't seem to solve it. Lacker back out to Boss. Nice switch off. I notice they're doing a lot of switch off on their defenses. Back out, and they're definitely packing the zone. That's Fincher. Over to Yoder, to Boss. Let's see if he's going to lose that one as Keaton is there. No, keeping control of it. As we get close to 10 minutes remaining in the contest. 13-4. There's a low flying plane overhead, possibly heading to McConnell Airport over here in Kennesaw, or from that particular institution.
That was Trella getting stripped back behind the goal.
Yeah, Trella has not had a good game at all.
I was just going to say that. He's had 5 or 6 turnovers for sure.
He did have 1 goal today, but it's been too little for the Lynx of Lindenwood University of Belleville.
They did get it back, though. They're back on offense. They, like we've talked about, they've got to press now. They can't just keep passing it around.
Now Lacker tried to swing it in, gets his own rebound. That one goes off the crossbar.
Yep, a little backhand shot off the ground, right off the pipe.
Good job by Fincher, keeping possession, knocking it out of bounds off of Keaton. As we get 9:15 remaining. 13-4, Kennesaw State on top. It was 6-1 after the first period. Scored 5 in the second and 1 in the third. 1 so far here in the fourth. Lindenwood had won the first 2 in the second and 1 in the third. They haven't been able to get anything going here despite having the preponderance of the time of possession.
And they're still playing this deliberate offense. I don't get it.
It's an offense that you play when you're behind by a couple, or ahead by a couple, not when you're down by 9.
So that was another almost turnover by Trella. Got the ball knocked loose, but it went out off of Al's stick.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of Caleb Bohannon, number 25.
Boss actually broke his stick on that play. He checked the defenseman's stick on the Owls. His stick broke. The ball went out of bounds. Lynx ball, and Boss went off to get a new stick.
Caleb Bohannon from Hillgrove High School in the Powder Springs area. What if he's related to Kennesaw State football head coach Brian Bohannon?
That's a possibility.
That would be very interesting.
Don't know the answer to that.
To find out. 8:29 remaining. 13-4. Kennesaw State again. They had their first year of football. Had an over 500 record in the Big South Conference. I think they just had their spring game a couple days ago. Now, Lindenwood again with his deliberate, patient offense. There's a high-low shot from Trella.
Nice save by Scott. Took that off the chest, off the bounce.
Cameron Scott, number 32 from Peachtree City, McIntosh.
They've got the Lynx in the crease there, so it's going to be Al's ball.
Transfer from Limestone College and trying to get it out. Went off the stick of number 24, Matt Weir, but they were able to keep possession, so it finally goes into the Kennesaw State offense. And we're going to get some people coming in. That's Grayson West entering. And he'll flip it to Jay DeBoll. And DeBoll will flip it to Weir with 7:35 remaining. DeBoll gets it over to Thorne. Thorne's only had 1 goal today. I'm sorry, 2 goals for Thorne. Again, Prosser's had 5 of them. Career day for Prosser. Now Thorne feeds to
nice
West, but West couldn't get a good shot off.
That was a nice look from Thorne, dodging down the wing, 2 or 3 moves, dumped it to West, and he shot it just wide.
7:14 remaining. And we are at the Owl's Nest, which is just across the street from Fifth Third Stadium, which is where the football team plays. And also the women's lacrosse, that's where they hold court. They are playing Jacksonville right now. I checked in on that game before we went on the air. It was 14-1 favor of the Dolphins.
They'll also be playing the ACC Championship lacrosse games here, tournament in late April at Fifth Third.
Looking forward to that one. As Matt Weir tried to get a shot on, but it was no good. Turns it over back to Lindenwood as Lacker races it up on that far side. Lacker has it on that far side. Let's see if he's going to rush in. And he is going to cross it, puts the shot on, and a good block by Cameron Scott. Decides to take it himself all the way in, just couldn't get the shot off.
That's what they need. They've got to press the goal. They weren't playing pressure defense too. They're too passive.
Now trying to get in. There's a goal by number 9, and that's Sear. Niles Sear gets on the board. It's 13-5.
So they got the first shot and got the ball out on the end line. Ball came in. Sear in on the crease, dodged, got to the front of the net and scored low. And that's the sense of urgency that the Lynx need to have if they want to climb back into this game.
Well, that's the first goal we've had in about 7 minutes. I think it's the longest dearth of goals that we've had in this ball game.
I think that's Sears' first goal of the game, isn't
it is.
That? Yep.
And Lindenwood's had 5 goals, all by 5 different players. So no one really having a strong day on offense. Ball squirts out, and trying to pick it up is Keaton. He just can't get a stick on it. He's still trying to get a handle on it and loses it.
He's got to get two hands on that ground ball. Martinez did a good job winning that draw, and then he had two chances, couldn't get it.
Here's Sear. Oh, he was going to do an extra pass to Trella. Probably should have shot it. But Sear is able to get it back. Sear looking around the X area now, has no choice but to kick it out to Hartman. Hartman to Vance. Vance leaves it over to Fincher. Fincher gets pushed off, lost it off the push, and a good turnover there. That is going to be Hunter Neely with it. Kennesaw State in the white with the black numbers, gold pants. And Lindenwood in the maroon with the white numbers and the white pants. Now it's going to be...
It's Prosser.
Yeah, Prosser's going to, looks like Kennesaw is going to take a little air out of things. 5 minutes to go, and Kennesaw's up by 8, 13-5.
So they really should be playing pressure defense here, and they're not.
Now they're just waiting for Kennesaw to make a move, and they can't do that, down by 8 runs. Backing out is Brendan Hall. Hall, number 8 from Roswell, Georgia Centennial High School, and the rain has started. Very light rain, but you can hear it popping on the top of our tent. So we are covered up in here. Now trying to get a shot off his Prosser, but a good save by Kunkmuller.
Yeah, that was a bad pass by Hall.
And Prosser with 5 goals already. Now racing back up the field.
Look at Keaton. No, that's not Keaton. I thought it was him. That was Hall chasing him down.
And tracing Hartman down, who comes out and is replaced by Trella.
Trella needs to go.
Trella is their leading scorer. He's got 1 goal. There he goes, and he gets goal number 2. 4 minutes remaining. Trella gets his second, and it's 13-6. And the rain is definitely, you can see it starting to come down harder. So Trella picks up his second goal, 13-6, but it may be a case of too little, too late.
That's right. Trella's got his him in check today.
And Trella's big problem has been his turnovers. But this is again the 5th-ranked team, so you gotta know it's hard. It's gonna be hard for Lindenwood to get anything going, but thought they'd be a little better than this. 13-6. Grayson West with it.
Caught a hold there on Lindenwood on the face-off, and it's Al ball, and again they're going to possess.
So the Owls are just going to backpedal with it. That's Horton, who has 2 goals today. And Horton's going to jog it into the middle.
That's Thorne, right?
Yeah, Thorne, I'm sorry. Edward Thorne. He's got Jack Wilson back there, and he gets it to Wilson, Wilson's got a goal already. Wilson feeds Weir. 3:14 remaining.
So here we are again, the Owls possessing, taking the air out of the ball, and no pressure D.
Well, that's what they allowed Lindenwood to do, but Lindenwood just couldn't get a shot together. As Weir with it. Weir now races down. He'll whip a shot.
Oh, that's a nice goal.
That's Weir.
Weir took it up top all the way to midfield. He's got some really good speed. He dodged hard to his right hand and shot that from the wing low, beating Kunkmuller down by the feet. Nice dodge, great speed, good shot.
That makes it 14-6 with 2:52 remaining. As the rain picks up, thought we were going to try to be able to get this game in before the wet stuff came. Apparently that's not going to happen. And we have a face-off there. It's been Suarez and Martinez. Suarez has had the better of it, but not there. Picked up.
That was Neely. That was a nice ground ball on that face-off.
Picked up by Neal. And he'll get it over to the near side for Cody Clark, who's had 2 goals. Well, the Stars have shown up for Kennesaw State. Thorne has had a pair. Clark's had a pair. And Tyler Matthews has had 1, but the real star has been Damian Prosser, 5 of them. He's had 8 coming in, picks up 5 today.
Big night for the freshman.
And something that he can work on the last two matches of the year against Mercer and Columbus State. And that Mercer game will be April 13th. There's the shot from Prosser, and guess what? That's goal number 6 for Damian Prosser.
That was Stanowitz with the feed. I think that's his 3rd assist. Stanowitz took it through X, fed it all the way up top with a skip pass. And Prosser with just a hard step-down shot from up top. 15-6, 2 minutes left in the game, and we're facing off. Some of the crowd is heading for the parking lot.
Well, they're heading for the safety and shade of their cars. We had some umbrellas come up. I think the lady with the Chihuahua is gone back there. Kennesaw State wins the faceoff, puts a shot on Kuckmuller, but he gets the save. Now back the other way. They got to move. That's Trella with 1:43 remaining. Trella whips a shot over everything.
So they actually moved Trella to midfield to get him more possessions. He brought that out on the clear and is now playing up top where he scored from the last time they had possession.
15-6, an emphatic victory for Kennesaw State right now. And head coach Tyler Yelkin go to 9-1 on the year. Lindenwood will drop to 5-4. Knocked off the ball as they try to get it in. There's a shot in on Scott, goes out. Looked like that was Cooper Lyon who got hit from behind. 1:17 remaining. Now Lindenwood still with the possession.
That's Gilmore.
Yep, John Gilmore's got a goal. The ball's going to come toward our broadcast position, skipping across, hits the stands to our left.
That was a tough pass by Gilmore to Hartman, way behind him. Ball's out of bounds. Al's ball. We'll see if they just run out the clock or if they look to score again.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to score again. There's Stanowitz with it. Stanowitz will back it out to Thorne. Edward Thorne with 2 goals. And it's Damian Prosser who will be the star of the game with 6 of them. And it looks like maybe they are going to sit on this. 6 goals for Prosser, 2 each for Clark and Thorne. As Kennesaw State will get the emphatic victory here today. And for Lindenwood, Trella's got 2 of them. He's the only player with multiple goals. 30 seconds now as Thorne's just going to play a little keep away, kind of deke out. It looks like he's 61, tougher Tanner Duffy. Duffy from Maple Grove, Minnesota.
And Thorne's one of the out-of-state guys for Kennesaw. He's from Illinois, I believe.
He's
Indiana,
he's from
Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, but he did go to high school here in the Atlanta area, Milton High, as a matter of fact. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and 3 seconds, and 2 seconds, and that's going to do it. Your final score, it's Kennesaw State with the victory over Lindenwood University of Belleville, a final of 15-6. And Bruce, your thoughts on what we've just seen.
So I thought Kennesaw came out, played a little rough in the first half, a lot of turnovers, both teams with a lot of turnovers. They got their act together. Even though they got the quick lead, they didn't play well in the first half. As they came through the second quarter, they cleaned it up, had a lot of good possessions, really good transition play, and like you said, Prosser led the day with 6 goals, Stanowitz with 3 assists, and I've got Thorne with 2 goals and 2 assists, so those 3 guys had big nights.
Yeah, I have Prosser with 6 goals, Clark with 3, Thorne with 2, Matthews, Wilson, Armstead, and Weir with 1 goal apiece. For the Lynx of Lynn University of Belleville, I got Trella with a goal, with 2 goals. I'm sorry, Lacker with a goal as well. Gilmore had 1, and I also believe Boss had 1.
Yep.
And there's one other.
Sear
with the other one. So that's going to wrap us up here. 15-6 is your score. I'm John Mordo for Bruce Oswald and Marcus Burnett leading the Lacrosse Fire TV crew. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the MLAC Lacrosse Championships, as we see 1 goal there by Damian Prosser, the last one, as he whips it in with 1:58 remaining. 15-6 is your final score. Kennesaw State 9-1. Lindenwood University goes to 5-4. We'll see you down the road. Thank you for joining us here on Lacrosse Fire TV.